Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Today we're going to make a sausage wrap. This is, you can actually make it as an hors d'oeuvre. Cook your sausage with the wrap of dough around it and then cut them, slice them up, serve them as hors d'oeuvres, or just serve them as a meal as a whole sausage, and they're absolutely delicious. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make them. So the first thing we're going to do is I've got 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese and I have 2 ounces of cream cheese, and we are going to put them in the microwave until it's all soft and melted so that I can give it a good stir and it's nice and smooth. So I microwaved it for exactly 1 minute, and that's what you need to do is put in, let's say, 1 minute timer. Take it out at 1 minute and see. Now my cream cheese cubes were still like cubes, but when I stirred them in, it all formed into one big lump here. So just pay attention to that, your timing. So 1 minute worked good in my microwave. Everybody else's microwave's different. Could be the same, but you don't want to take any chances. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add a cup and 1/4 of almond flour and a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You can use sea salt. I use Himalayan salt. I'm just going to kind of mix the salt and the baking powder together in with the almond flour before I start really mixing. And I'm wearing my glove because I just like to get my hands in there. Don't want to get my hands dirty, but I like to mix it with my hands. It's a lot easier and I find it's not as messy. And the reason I'm not putting, I have 1 egg that I will be putting in, and the reason I'm not putting it in yet, it's room temperature. The egg is, but this is very, very hot, and I just want to kind of mix everything in with it before I put in the egg, just to see if I can cool down the cheese mixture a bit, because I don't want my egg cooking. Okay, so now I've got 1 egg beaten. Clean out my bowl here. Now let's just mix this egg all in with the cheese mixture. It'll take a couple of minutes, but it's worth that couple of minutes. Okay, I think I've got it mixed well enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, use parchment paper. I've just been loving this silicone mat lately. So now I'm just going to slide off my glove for a minute. Oh, I left a little bit in the bowl. So I have another one of these silicone mats. I thought, I just find I waste so much of the parchment paper. I do use it over again, but I thought, okay, let's see if I can roll out with a couple of things in the way here with my silicone mat. See if it works. So we just keep on rolling here. I want a decent thickness. That looks pretty good. And I want it that I can have enough for 4 sausages. You can also use this for hot dogs too. It's delicious with a hot dog. A wiener wrap. There we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide this into 4. And we're going to roll our sausage. And my sausage is pre-cooked. So what I found with the silicone is it rolls out, like it doesn't stick to the other parts, so it works out really well. You see what I'm doing there? And then I'm just going to put it onto another silicone mat. I actually just used the one that I had for the top and just wiped it off. Didn't even wash it. I just wiped it off and then you can make these squares perfect too, but the batter on it is, the dough on it is really, really good. So I'll just keep it. There we go. I could cut that off or we'll wrap it around. Fun. Something different, and it's a really good meal. Oh, roll it again. Put the seam on the bottom of the parchment paper. I'll show you what I got when I'm done here before I put it into the oven. There we go. Perfect. So just take another baking sheet. My baking sheets are pretty old and well used. And place them on there. So the last thing that we're going to do is I took a tablespoon of butter and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, melted it, and then just basted the dough. Now we're going to put it in the oven at 400 for approximately 10 minutes. Everybody's oven's different, so just keep an eye. You can tell by looking at it. It's nice and brown looking, golden brown or whatever, and they're going to be done. I just took them out of the oven, and it was approximately 13 minutes. So, you know, check them, like, let's say it's between 10 and 15 minutes. Silicone mats are amazing. Like, they don't even stick. So I'm just going to get them on a plate. Whoops, that was a little loud, sorry. And now we're going to give them a try. So here are my low carb sausage wraps. They're quite delicious. And I want you to see, like, I cut them. You can cut them into little hors d'oeuvres if you would like, or you can just serve them as a meal. And this is the one that I cut. So I'm actually just going to take a bite, because if I put too much in my mouth, and hopefully I don't, it will be hard for me to talk. I like Dijon mustard with it. That's up to you. So I'm just going to take a bite and let you see my reaction, I guess. Very nice. It's even really good with the mustard. Delicious. You got to give this a try. It's a great treat. You can even use it for wieners, hot dogs. So you can do wiener wraps. They're very, very good. So go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Try this recipe and try some of the others. You're going to enjoy this. You take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.